What's going on, everybody? It's your boy C4 here, and thank you for tuning in for the 4th official realistic rebuild here on Beast Mode TV. We're doing the Indianapolis Colts. They were the most requested team, and let's see if we can build around Andrew Luck. Let's find out, is Andrew Luck the problem? Is he a beast? Is he the future of the NFL at the quarterback position? Well, we're going to kind of find out here. So I'm going to start off at the beginning. First of all, thanking all of you guys, man. These videos have been blowing up, and they've been growing my channel to lengths they have never seen before as we move them to a 4-3. Let's get out of that 4-3, 3-4 nonsense that they have going on there. But yeah, man, I appreciate the hell out of it. Super humbled by all the recent success we've had due to, these rebuilds and some of the other stuff on the channel. As we take a look at some players that we could probably move on from. We'll throw Mike Adams, even though he's a fan favorite of the Colts. We'll get him up on the trade block. As you see what I do here, people say, this is not realistic. Wow, you traded away the best guys. No, the realistic tag comes from, it's realistic compared to other people's rebuilds on YouTube. That is where the realistic tag comes from. My goal is to make it a little bit more realistic than some of the other types of rebuilds that you will find on here on YouTube that are pretty popular. So I'm going to try to do it a little bit more realistic. Like, I'm not gonna have 6 to 7 first round picks. I'm not doing player for player trades because that system is kind of flawed. So you're gonna see, like, pretty much I'm gonna toss some of these veterans away to the curb and try to hopefully get some picks back and rebuild through the draft and through free agency. So we're gonna limit the trades and all that nonsense. But teams like this, man, we're losing a couple of Colts favorites. If you're a Colt fan out there, you're like, oh man, Robert Mathis, Mike Adams, these guys here are big time players. And yes, you did see me throw up Vernon Davis's brother. I don't know why. We're gonna do it though. He's 90 overall. We should be able to recoup a first round pick there because there's not a lot of old guys here that have very much pull. So Vontae Davis is gonna be expendable. Plus, I guess it's fair to say right now that I did this once and then I absolutely fucked up the save, so I had to redo this entire franchise mode. I got about a year or two in, and I could not re-sign Vontae Davis. He just decided to leave, and he downgraded pretty low for his rating, so that is why I deemed it was expendable here in the first season. But realistically, I probably would have kept Vontae Davis as this was the first time through, and I didn't know what I did eventually find out with Vontae Davis. But I will get. He's only, like I said, he's only 28. Like, realistically, he's still got 2-3 years left. I thought. But at 29, he started to downgrade. No amount of XP would keep it up. So let's sell him while he is high and get a first-round pick. As we just move a couple of these guys here. A lot of veterans. Basically, reshuffling some cap space. The only cap cal on the team that I kind of want to get rid of is Arthur Jones. But no one wants to trade for him, so I think we'll just stick with him for now because his cap hit's a little too high. As we take a look at our depth chart, so we got Andrew Luck at quarterback. Running back, we signed Paul Perkins, a free agent. We'll go with him for the starter over Frank Gore, just from the XP side of things. T.Y. Hilton 92, Moncrief and Dorsett and Chester Rogers. So those are that's 4 pretty solid wide receivers. Rivals what we had last rebuild in Jacksonville. We'll take a look at the O-line. Mewhort, right guard, he's pretty good. Ryan Kelly, the rookie at center. I moved Jonathan Harrison there from center to guard. Right tackle's gonna be a problem. Defensive end, we got Henry Anderson at 79, and then we got Zach Kerr. We're gonna put Trent Cole here because, like I said, as you saw at the beginning of the video, we moved from a 3-4 to a 4-3, so we can now put a guy like Curly, that 76 overall defensive tackle, as well as Arthur Jones, 78. So that will pair well with Andrew Billings, who we signed as a free agent, I think, or maybe just off the Bengals practice squad. I can't remember exactly how we got him, but we'll move some of these defensive ends to defensive tackles. As to why I made this change, you're gonna find out, because when I did this rebuild, I had one player in mind that I wanted to be the catalyst, the big feature player, and he's not gonna work in a 3-4. He's best suited for a 4-3, so that is what we're gonna do. We'll put Akeem Ayers here at left outside linebacker, 79 overall. That's a solid rating, I guess. We're going with Antonio Morrison, big Florida Gator fan. I think this guy is an absolute stud, and I think even in real life, he will eventually be the leader of that defense for the Colts. He was so good at Florida, just had a bad injury, so I think he can bounce back. Then here again, we still were unable to move Mike Adams, but we'll give TJ Green some starting reps so he can build up his XP and we can develop him into a big-time safety. I think he will. I think TJ Green's another good player. A little bit of a project. I think he's still a little bit raw, but he has the size and all the tools to become a legit starting safety down the line. So we'll set our goal here at 8 wins. I don't expect us to make the playoffs. And again, with Andrew Luck and you guys got some players on offense, we might. Yikes! This is 0-8. Could not have started any worse. What are we, the worst team in the league? Oh, man. Not good. Not good. 0-8. Look at that. 146 total points of offense. What are you doing, Andrew Luck? We have like a 90 quarterback with a 92 wide receiver. You should be able to at least have some good offense. Holy shit. 1,900 passing yards, 7 touchdowns, 19 interceptions. Andrew Luck is not very good. I'm going to come out and say that. That is not very good stats. Paul Perkins, 400 yards, 2 touchdowns. Frank Gore, red zone vulturing him with 5 touchdowns. But, yeah, Jesus Christ, nothing's going. Dwayne Allen, leading receiver in terms of receptions, 400 yards, no touchdowns. Ty, 502, so he's on pace for 1,000. Dorsett, 403, maybe get 1,000. Moncrief, disappointing. And Antonio Morrison leading our defense here with 61 tackles. On the sacks front, Trent Cole, 5.5. That's it. The OG from the Philadelphia Eagles. And TJ Green with 2 interceptions. So that will help out his XP. So we're going to make some offers here. I think Jack Doyle is a solid tight end. We can run some a little bit more 2 tight end sets with Doyle and Dwayne Allen. We'll re-sign Jonathan Harrison, moving him from center to guard. I'm still happy with that. Maybe that's my Florida Gator bias. Maybe not. But I think he can get the job done for us at guard and develop into like a low 80s, if you will. So the end of this season has come. We started out 0-8 halfway through. How did we finish? 2-14. So, all right, we're making history here. This is officially the worst start to a rebuild that we've had here in 4 episodes. As you know, I'm 2-1. So I'm keeping score of every rebuild. If I don't win the Super Bowl in 5 years, that's an L. If I do win it, it's a win. So we have 2 wins with the Jags and the Dolphins, I believe, and we lost with the Lions. And it's not looking like a good fucking start with the Colts. Andrew Luck, 3,900 passing yards, 16 touchdowns, 25 interceptions. So not a good season at all. Hopefully because of his age, he won't regress too much. But, God, that was not good. He's not going to have a lot of XP. Paul Perkins, 800 yards, 9 touchdowns. Frank Gore, vulturing 10 touchdowns away from him. But not a bad year for Perkins. Dwayne Allen, 72 receptions, 780 yards, 1 touchdown. T.Y. Leach, break 1,000 yards receiving with 1059 and 3 touchdowns. Phillip Dorsett, 804. That's not bad. Moncrief with 640 and 3. I was expecting a little bit more from Moncrief from wide receiver 2. A bunch of guys hit over 100 tackles because we're on the field probably a lot. Antonio Morrison, 136. Ayers, 111. Darius Butler, 106. And TJ Green with 100. So that's a great rookie season for TJ Green. On the sacks front, Trent Cole leading the team with 8. Henry Anderson with 4.5. Nice to see Trent Cole have a nice little resurgence here late in his career. Patrick Robinson led the team with 3 interceptions. TJ Green had 2, and a bunch of guys tied with 1. Let's take a look at the awards. I'm going to highly doubt we're going to have any awards. Russell Wilson won the MVP. Well, we may have some offensive rookies and defensive. Offensive Player of the Year in the AFC went to Le'Veon Bell, and we got no one. Defensive Player of the Year, C.J. Mosley, we got no one. Offensive Rookie of the Year, Paul Perkins. Hey, there we go. Winning Offensive Rookie of the Year with Paul Perkins, let go by the Giants. We were able to pick him up. Chester Rogers coming in at 9-2, so 2 solid rookie performances. Antonio Morrison winning Defensive Rookie of the Year. No surprise there. I told you this guy's going to be a beast. And TJ Green coming in at number 8. Best QB went to Tom Brady. Yeah, Luck wasn't going to make it. Best RB went to Le'Veon. Paul Perkins didn't even make it. Best wide receiver went to AJ Green. Oh my God, we got no one. Richie Incognito, best O-lineman, no one. Best D-line went to Jarrell Casey. We got no one. Best linebacker went to Justin Houston. We got no one. Oh my God. Best DB, Marcus Peters. We got no one. Not very good. Let's go to the playoffs. The Patriots beat the Bills in the AFC Championship, and the Vikings lose in a high-scoring game to the Panthers in the NFC. And the Carolina Panthers are your 2017 Super Bowl champions, beating the New England Patriots in what would have been an awful Super Bowl. A rematch of the, what was it, 04 Super Bowl? 03? One of those years. We'll take a look here at the free agents. Got some solid cap room, $53 million, but I don't really know where we're going to go. O-line would be nice. Like, again, every one of these fucking O-lineman guys are super old. Right tackle is a spot we definitely need to address. We're definitely a defense in transition, going from a 4-3 now. We were a 3-4, so we do need to get some new personnel on defense, but there's literally no one there, man. We'll get Jarvis Jones here at right outside linebacker. Hopefully we can, have a little bit of a redemption story from him. Was a high first-round draft pick out of Georgia, kind of busted for the Pittsburgh Steelers, so hopefully we get that going. We'll add a couple corners. Not a huge fan of some of these guys. Kawan Williams, Fuck, man, this every year, this first year free agents are never very good. Chris Boswell, the Steelers kicker, we'll throw him a spot here because Vinatieri retired. So we got Jarvis Jones, Marcus Cooper, and Chris Boswell for our free agency signings as we jump ahead to the NFL draft. So no big signings unless we get, a real redemption story out of Jarvis Jones. But the draft recap is here, and you're going to see the player of this entire rebuild with our first, we had the #1 pick, I think. We got Myles Garrett, the defensive end from Texas A&M, 83 overall. The #2. There's someone actually that was higher than him. I couldn't even find him. The #2 overall player in this year's draft class. He is going to be an absolute freak. We got Tre'Davious White, the corner, with the first pick in the second round, 76 overall. Unfortunately, we shit the bed on the 3rd and 4th round picks. We were able to get this running back in the 6th. That turned out to be 75. He was really small, so I made him Donte Moncrief, the running back out of San Diego State. Very, very good speed back. But this is going to be the Andrew Luck show on offense, but we're going to build this around Myles Garrett on the defensive side of the ball. Myles Garrett, as hyped of a defensive prospect since what? Jadeveon Clowney, maybe? People are saying he's better than Clowney was in college. So we're going to see how that works out. We'll take a look at the depth chart. Luck at our starting quarterback. We're going to go Paul Perkins and Donte Moncrief as our 1-2 punch here. And then running back, Frank Gore. Still don't have a fullback here. We're kind of just rolling. I think I thought this was the tight end screen for some reason. Playing a little bit too much Madden here, C4. And I realized, oh shit, it's fullback. We'll make Jack Doyle the fullback, even though we don't really use that much. T.Y. Hilton, 92. Moncrief, 78. Phillip Dorsett, 76. Dwayne Allen, the starting tight end, with an 80 overall, with Doyle, 78. Costanzo, 80 overall left tackle, not amazing. Mewhort up to an 88 left guard, big time player. Ryan Kelly up to an 81 center. Jonathan Harrison up to an 81 guard. And our right tackle still an area of concern. Gonna have to address that in free agency or the coming draft. Henry Anderson, 79 overall left defensive end. 83 overall, Myles Garrett. It's the Myles Garrett show, baby. Let's see what he can do. We got Hassan Ridgway here. Actually, he's emerging as a solid defensive tackle for us. But outside of that, we still would like to address another defensive tackle spot. Jarvis Jones starting at left outside linebacker. Antonio Morrison up to 75, leading this defense. Then we got PJ Dawson, I believe, from the Bengals practice squad as our other outside linebacker. Corners is not amazing, so we're going to throw Tre'Davious White into the fire here and have him be our starting corner as a rookie to go with Patrick Robinson. Free safety, Clayton Gaither, 78, and TJ Green, a 76 overall safety. So a 3-4 point jump for TJ Green. I'm expecting big things from him in his sophomore season. So we'll send him here to the halfway point. And where are we at with the Colts? 5-2, holy shit. Literally a night and day turnaround. We're going to call it strictly because of Myles Garrett on the defensive side of the ball to brand this, but maybe Luck is getting it together. Still 175 total yards of offense, or 175 points, sorry. That doesn't look too good. Well, the turnovers are down. 1,800 yards, 11 touchdowns, and 1 interception for Andrew Luck. And, considering last year at this point we had, 7 touchdowns, 20 picks. That's definitely an upgrade. Paul Perkins leading the line here. At the running backs, 500 yards, 3 touchdowns. Donte Moncrief coming in, 171 and 4. Luck also has 2 on the ground. All right, run a little bit over the pocket. Dwayne Allen, once again, leading receiver in terms of receptions. 36 receptions, 382 and 3. Phillip Dorsett, more yards than Hilton, 550 yards and 4 touchdowns for Dorsett, 443 and 1 touchdown for Hilton, and 239 and 1 touchdown for Moncrief. Antonio Morrison is a beast, leading the line again, 69 total tackles. Look at the sacks. Rookie Myles Garrett, halfway through the season, 10 motherfucking sacks. And Jarvis Jones, 7.5. The redemption story of Jarvis Jones is well underway here in Indianapolis, but not a lot of turnovers in terms of interceptions. But let's re-sign some of these players. We get Jack Mewhort, big time guard, looking at him going forward. And then we got Moncrief. Yeah, he's not really playing well, but he probably still continue to develop to a low to mid 80s wide receiver through the years. We got this 5-year rebuild plan, so hopefully we can get him up there and help Andrew Luck out. So let's see, we're at 5-2. We didn't make the playoffs, so it looks like we shit the bed. Oh my God, 7-9. Oh, I thought this was gonna be the year. Thought we were gonna, just build behind Myles Garrett. What happened here? What happened? Andrew Luck, not an awful year. 4,000 passing yards, 26 touchdowns, 9 interceptions. I'd say that's probably slightly below where he wants to be, but in comparison to what we did with him our first year, that's pretty good. Paul Perkins, 1,200 yards rushing, 5 touchdowns. Donte Moncrief with 307. So the running game was slightly less than ideal, but still acceptable. I mean, that's not piss poor for any gains. T.Y. Hilton had a nice year, 84 receptions, 1,200 yards, 7 touchdowns. Dwayne Allen, 700, almost 800 yards and 5 touchdowns. Moncrief, 501, but Phillip Dorsett came big, almost 1,000 yards and 7 touchdowns. So, I mean, our offensive players were getting it done. Probably shit the bed a little bit on O-line. Let's take a look. Antonio Morrison, 164 tackles. TJ Green with 101. So those are the two guys that I really want to try to build this defense around. 94 tackles from, oh my God, 19 sacks from Myles Garrett as a rookie. That must be some sort of record. I don't think any rookies ever got close to 19 touchdowns. Like Sean Merriman's probably up there thinking about it back in the day. But 19 sacks for Myles Garrett. That guy is a superstar. 11.5 for Jarvis Jones, 9.5 for Henry Anderson, 3 interceptions for TJ Green, 3 for Pat Robinson, 2 for rookie Tre'Davious White, who we kind of did throw to the Wolves there. As we take a look at the yearly award winners, better see Myles Garrett on the MVP. MVP went to Aaron Rodgers. We had no one. Coach of the year went to Big Red Andy Reid. Offensive player of the year went to Le'Veon. Andrew Luck came in at number 9. Defensive player of the year went to Justin Houston. Look at that. Antonio Morrison coming in at number 7. Where the fuck is, what do you call it? Where's Myles Garrett at? Offensive rookie of the year went to some random guy. Pumphrey coming in at number 6. Not bad for a 6th round pick. Myles Garrett obviously going to get defensive rookie of the year. 19 sacks. Tre'Davious White coming in at number 5, was it? And Ladarius Candidate, number 9. So we got 3 guys on the defensive rookie of the year short list. Andrew Luck, number 10, quarterback in the AFC. We got no running backs. We got for wide receivers, T.Y. Hilton coming in at number 8. Best O-line went to Joe Thomas. We didn't get anyone on this list. I'm not surprised. I think our O-lines are a big weakness. Myles Garrett coming as the 2nd best D-line, losing out to Khalil Mack. Come on, man. 19 sacks should be automatic. Jarvis Jones coming in at number 8 linebacker. Antonio Morrison, number 9. So 2 linebackers there. And David Amerson getting the top corner, and we had no one on that list. So that kind of sucked. As we take a look at the Super Bowl and playoff scenario for year 2, the Chiefs beat the Bills, and the Rams beat the Packers. The Rams, 44-38. Rams going to a Super Bowl. But unfortunately fell short to the Kansas City Chiefs. Big Red winning his first Super Bowl with the Chiefs 31-2. I think that was 14. As we jump to year 2 free agents, hopefully we can make a couple signings. We got $21 million worth of cap room. What are we looking at? Kelvin Benjamin, wide receiver. I think wide receiver is one of the only spots I don't want to improve immediately. Let's see O-line here. Tackle's still an issue, and still they can't fucking buy a good free agent tackle. Oh, that sucks. Defensive end, I think we're actually all right here. Linebacker, Kennard, he'd actually be an upgrade. Look, our top outside linebacker right now is fucking 68, so an 83 overall linebacker for Devin Kennard. We'll throw him a nice little bid there. Who else we got? Oh, we got Carl Van Noy. He did work for us in our Lions rebuild. We'll sign him one. Toshu, we already brought in a Toshu and moved him to D end. He's not a scheme fit at all. Looking at some corners, you got Jimmy Ward. Darqueze Dennard doesn't have a bid on him. $9 million over 3 years. 12. Yeah, we'll get Darqueze Dennard. Maybe the Jarvis Jones redemption work. Maybe another guy that's probably labeled as a bust. I mean, Dennard wasn't he a first round pick out of Michigan State? We got Dennard in. And we got Kyle Van Noy. So I'll take that. 2 middle of the road signings, but they should be able to help us continue to build around Myles Garrett on the defensive side of the ball. And who knows, maybe Jarvis Jones has finally turned a corner and will play like a monster for us. Take a look at the draft recap here from year 2. And we went O-line heavy. First round pick. This is where we had our pick from Vontae Davis as well. First round, number 13, we got Mike McGlinchey, the left tackle from Notre Dame. 76 overall. Actually, he graded out pretty bad in comparison to the rest of these guys. With our 29th pick, we got David Sharpe, the right tackle from Florida. He's an 80 overall. Get a start right away. And I'm going to show you how I do these properly. I felt like I'd add this in. People were like, oh man, you must just edit all these motherfuckers. No, I scout the best players, and then I change it. So I got this guy, Kevin Ajiro-Tutu, 81 over a running back in the 2nd round. We are going to make that one of the top running backs that's going to be projected to go in the 2018 draft. And it's a feel-good story for sure. We're going to go James Conner out of Pitt. He's a real good power back. And I think, his redemption story, everyone knows he had cancer, went through chemo, beat it, and now he's back, absolutely doing work for Pittsburgh. I think like he's getting he looks like he's getting about 100 yards and 2 touchdowns a game, so good for him. And he definitely will be probably, I would say he'd go in the first 3 rounds. He'd probably be a 2nd, 3rd round pick running back, either this year in 2017 or if he holds out and goes one more year in 2018. But here is how I edit these players. I might eventually do a video because so many people ask how I do these custom draft classes. But then again, once I show you how to do one guy, you can just do it yourself. It just takes a lot of work, but we'll see what we do. I might eventually do the whole first round draft or something stupid like that. But you're just getting a little bit of an inside look because I just felt bad. Everyone's like, oh my god, if they see me getting an 81 overall running back in the 2nd round, like, you must be, juicing these players or something like that. So I felt like, fuck it, let's just show. I mean, it's not that hard. Use all your scouting points. You can pretty much find all the studs. Sometimes you have unfortunate luck. Like I said, my first round draft pick was 76. So it would have been better to get, one of the 80s. But every now and then we can redeem ourselves. Like I said, we got Sharpe at the end, that's an 80, and James Conner there, 81. We got a couple 70s. We got this fullback in the 5th round, he's a 75, and a free safety in the 6th round, he's 71. And Sherald Shepard, 7th round pick, 70 overall linebacker. So we're gonna throw up Costanzo on the trade block now that we have Mike McGlinchey as our starting left tackle. Like I said, I want to try to keep it, like I said, there's a little bit more value in the Broncos offer, but at least we could ship him off to the Bears. He's out of our, we don't have to worry about him. He's out of our fucking division. So now as we get ready, Andrew Luck, 89 overall quarterback. We're going to go with James Conner as our starting running back this year at 81 overall. We'll make Pumphrey the number 2 back. We threw Paul Perkins, I believe, on the trade block, seeing if we can get some sort of value for the former Offensive Rookie of the Year. Hilton, 92 wide receiver. We got Dorsett and Moncrief both at 80. Dwayne Allen, 82 tight end. Mike McGlinchey, 76 left tackle. Mewhort, an 88 guard. Ryan Kelly up to an 83 center. Jonathan Harrison, 82 guard. David Sharpe, rookie right tackle, 80 overall. Myles Garrett up to a 90 motherfucking 1. 91. Myles Garrett, I repeat, I am not starting. 91. Oh, it kind of sucks. It looks like we need a little bit of defensive tackle help. We got one with Hassan Ridgeway, 76. I might have to draft that next year. We got rookie Van Noy, 77 linebacker. Antonio Morrison up to a 79. Jarvis Jones holding at a 77. That was a little bit disappointing considering he had double-digit sacks last year. He only went to a 77. I don't know what his XP rate is, but that was sure a little bit disappointing. But we got TJ Green up to an 81 here at the strong safety position. I think defensively, man, that's been the problem with the Colts, man. You got to improve the offensive line and the defensive ball. That's what we're doing. This should work, right? So stimming here to the halfway point of season number 3. Where are we at? And we're not at the top. Oh, my motherfucking God. 1-7. What happened? We have rookie offensive linemen, I guess, but they're not shit. What is happening? I would have thought this was the year we start to turn around. Luck's not having a bad year. 2,000 passing yards, 15 touchdowns, 3 interceptions. The turnovers are down for Andrew Luck. As the run game's looking good. James Conner's 550 and 6 touchdowns, well on his way to 1,000 yards and double-digit touchdowns. Dorsett, leading receiver, 573 and 7 touchdowns. Hilton's not having a good year at all. 474 yards, 1 touchdown. Dwayne Allen, 200. Moncrief, 300. Even side of the ball, Antonio Morrison's on pace for fucking almost 200 tackles, sitting at 88. What do you got for sacks here? Ridgeway with 6. Henry Anderson, 5.5. Myles Garrett, 5.5. So Myles Garrett's well off his pace of 10 that he had last year. Obviously, he's getting double teamed a lot. Our secondary struggling, man. Maybe that's what it is. We're not getting the turnovers in the secondary. Assuming we signed Phillip Dorsett here, I think he's going to be a great player. Like I said, he's our leading receiver. We got Henry Anderson playing opposed to Myles Garrett, so he's going to reap the rewards of Garrett getting double teamed. We'll get Clayton Gaithers here as a solid safety for middle park money. So let's simulate here to the end of the season. Do we turn it around? Like, this season's already fucking right up, man. We were 1-7. Oh, 5-11. So we definitely did close out the season a little bit better than what we started, but oh my, what the fuck is going on? Why aren't we winning games? I thought, like, on paper, man, our team should be doing a lot better than what they are. Maybe it's Andrew Luck. Who knows? That was a solid year, man. 4,000 passing yards, 24 touchdowns, 4 interceptions. I mean, the touchdown numbers are still, I don't know, maybe not as high as we want them to be. If the interceptions are down, we're not turning the ball over on offense. Running a clean, smooth offense. James Conner, look at that. As a rookie, almost 1,100 yards, 15 rushing touchdowns. Didn't get vultured at all. Phenomenal rookie season. That's probably Offensive Rookie of the Year right there for James Conner's bat. That's 2 Offensive Rookie of the Years we're probably going to have on the books. Hilton had a nice little resurgence, finished for 1,000 yards, 3 touchdowns. Dwayne Allen, 700 yards, 5 touchdowns. Nice year from Phillip Dorsett, 900 yards, 9 touchdowns. Moncrief still underwhelming for sure. What do we got on the defense side of the ball? Tackle machine, Antonio Morrison, pretty much 170 tackles, rounding up. TJ Green, 106. Jarvis Jones, 104. And Tre'Davious White, 101. What do we got for sacks? What did that beast Myles Garrett do for us? Wow. Okay, so I guess he got all the sacks out of the way last year. He had 19 sacks last year, finishing with 7.5 this year, 8.5 for Henry Anderson. TJ Green with 3 picks, Patrick Robinson 3 picks, PJ Dawson with 2, and Tre'Davious White with 1. I don't know what the fuck's going on, to be honest here. I don't know why we're not. Alex Smith wins MVP. That's what's going on. The entire league is turned upside down on its head if Alex Smith is winning goddamn MVP. Offensive Player of the Year went to Le'Veon. Luck came in at number 8. Defensive Player of the Year went to some guy on the Jags. Antonio Morrison coming at number 9. I'm loving Morrison. I'm glad that he's having this luck. James Conner's, as expected, Offensive Rookie of the Year. Big season from him. Defensive Rookie of the Year, do we have anyone? No. Best QB went to Alex Smith. Oh my, that's a fucking joke, man. Andrew Luck coming in at number 8. Le'Veon, top running back. James Conner's coming in at number 8. Looks like we at least got our good running back here going forward. AB, the number 1 wide receiver, we had no one. Lewin, best offensive lineman, we had no one. Look at all the Titans, man. Best D lineman, no one. Best linebacker went to CJ Mosley, we got no one. Best DB went to some guy on the Bengals. We had, TJ Green, number 7. Silver linings. So the Kansas City Chiefs beat the Tennessee Titans in the AFC Championship, and the Dallas Cowgirls beat the Seattle Seahawks in the NFC Championship. And the Chiefs win back-to-back Super Bowls. That is fairly impressive for Big Red. Andy Reid getting it done. As we move to year number, 3 in the offseason. Who are we going to sign? I see Andrew Luck there, and I just keep thinking, maybe, is Andrew Luck the problem? Is it Andrew Luck? We can add some wide receivers. Funchess is there. He could actually be a good change of guy, but we only get $17 million in cap room. That fucking Andrew Luck contract. Sorry for the swearing, but oh my god, that contract is making it real tough to sign players. What do we got here? Oh man, these free agents have not been great. Look at that. Best linebacker. Who's that? KJ Wright? We'll go for maybe a middle of the park guy. Just because Jarvis Jones, no matter how much performance he's getting, he's just not developing at all. Corner, we could go Trey Waynes for sure, but he's got to go get probably the top money here. Let's see. We'll just offer him a deal and see where we stand. Just getting beat out there. Byron Jones, a strong safety. We'll see what we can get. I don't think we'll probably accept him, but maybe if we get Byron Jones, we can move him to corner and get a little bit better luck out of him there. But let's see what we got. All right, we only signed Jeremy Cash as an outside linebacker, converted safety from, where's he from? UConn, I think. So I mean, man, back to back, not good free agency periods as we head into year number 3. Let's take a look at the draft recap. This is going to be one of the last drafts with real players. Like I said, you only could really do 3 seasons. We had to go D-tackle, so we went and got the beast prodigy Ed Oliver out of Houston with a 5th round pick, 81 overall. If you guys haven't watched any Houston games, Ed Oliver is going to be the next big thing, in my opinion, in college football on the defensive side of the ball. This guy looks like Warren Sapp reincarnated. Then the 2nd round, we got Kevin Tolliver out of LSU to pair him with Tre'Davious White. LSU secondary here, he's a 76 overall. Solid value here in the 3rd round. This Melvin Wortham guy, 71. And then we got another running back late in the 6th at the 70 overall. But overall, not our best draft. Probably the worst draft that we had thus far. But we did address a big position in need, which is the defensive tackle spot. As we set our goal, and I'm saying fuck this shit, man. We got to make the goddamn playoffs. So we take a look at our depth chart as we head into year number 1. Luck up to a 91 overall in the quarterback position. Turnovers have been down for him, so we just need everyone else to step it up. James Conner's after an offensive rookie of the year up to an 84. Pumphrey still here at 79. Then we got this dude, our Filnya. T.Y. Hilton still maintaining strong at 92, but he's only going to decline. I don't think we can keep it up. Dorsett up to an 83 and Moncrief an 81. Who would have thought Dorsett would have surpassed Moncrief in terms of overall? Doyle took a big, that's a 4-point decrease for Doyle, but we still got 82 there for Allen. McGlinchey, 80 overall left tackle. Mewhort up to a 90 overall left guard. Ryan Kelly up to an 85 overall center. We got Jonathan Harrison, 84 guard. And David Sharpe up to an 83 right tackle. So, I mean, this offensive line is very, very solid. Myles Garrett, 93 overall defensive end. That guy's a superstar. Henry Anderson, 81 overall defensive end. D-tackle, Hassan Ridgeway, and Ed Oliver. We'll make Ed Oliver the number 1. And we got Ridgeway here. Yeah, see, like, man, this is not a bad, this is definitely a team that should be going to the playoffs. Antonio Morrison, 84 overall middle linebacker. This guy here is an absolute stud. Jarvis Jones, right outside linebacker, 79. Tre'Davious White, 81 corner. We got Derek Queenskinard, 76. For some reason, Tolliver down here at 76. I think, again, we should probably just throw him into the Wolves. Maybe make Denard number 3. That's not that bad, man. That's like average. That's like an average secondary. Glazers up to an 80 overall free safety. TJ Green is a beast, 87 overall. TJ Green, Antonio Morrison, and Myles Garrett on the defensive side of the ball are guys that we're going to have to rely heavily on to get the goddamn job done. So simulating here to the halfway point, where are we at? Fuck, man, we're still way off the 1-6. What is this? Average offensive lineman's fucking probably like 83, 84 overall. We got a 91 quarterback, a 92 wide receiver. Defense has playmakers all over. What is going on? Andrew Luck, 1,500 yards, 10 touchdowns, 7 picks, so not a good year from him. James Conner on pace for 1,000 yards. Hilton, 603. Dorsett, 303. Moncrief, 401. No production there from the tight end, though, Dwayne Allen. Morrison lead the team with 63 tackles. We got 4 sacks for Jarvis, 4 for Anderson. Myles Garrett, nowhere to be seen. Rookie Kevin Tolliver leading the team with 2 picks, so we got to make some decisions here. We'll bring TJ Green back. That is definitely not a cheap contract. Now it's time to re-sign the rookies. Ryan Kelly, that's $40 million for his center. Antonio Morrison, got to bring him back, man. He's the leader of our defense. Those 3 big signings. But again, because we have to sign all our in-house talent, we don't have the money to splurge in free agency. Thank you, Andrew Luck. As we simulate here to the end of season 3. Colts 6-10. Not good. Just not good. Not good, Colts. Andrew Luck finished the year 3,600 passing yards, 21 touchdowns, 15 interceptions. That is just depressing. You're a 91 overall quarterback. James Conner had a nice year, though. 1,100 yards, 12 touchdowns, so a solid sophomore season from him. No worry of a sophomore slump. Pumphrey adding 6 touchdowns on the ground. T.Y. Hilton, 1,100 yards, almost 1,200 yards, 7 touchdowns. Dwayne Allen, no touchdowns at all. Dorsett, 600 yards, 4 touchdowns. Moncrief, 750 and 5 touchdowns. So there's a silver lining. Moncrief starting to perform a little bit. Morrison, tackle machine again, 141 tackles, 5.5 sacks too. He's worth that contract. Anderson, 11 sacks. Jarvis Jones, 10. Myles Garrett with 8. I mean, not even double digits. That's a little bit disappointing. Back to he peaked. Did he peak? Is there just like some hidden story? TJ Green, 5 picks. That's pretty good. Is there like a hidden story where Myles Garrett met a test for steroids or something like that after his rookie year, and now he's just not the same player? Give it the Brian Cushing syndrome. Aaron Rodgers won MVP. We had no one there. Mike McCarthy, Coach of the Year. Tyrod, now a Jet, winning Offensive Player of the Year. Khalil Mack winning Defensive Player of the Year. Morrison coming in at number 5. He's a stud. Do we have any Offensive Rookie of the Year? Nope. Defensive Rookie of the Year? Anyone? Kevin Tolliver coming at number 5. He had those 2 interceptions for us. Ed Oliver at number 7. I didn't really actually see him much on the stat sheet for our first round pick. Best QB, we didn't get any. Best running back went to Yeldon. James Conner's coming number 6. Yeldon's a beast. You all remember the Jags rebuild. Yeldon is a beast. Hilton coming in number 8 wide receiver. We got Jack Mewhort here. Finally, we have an offensive lineman making it, number 6. Khalil Mack winning best D lineman. I don't have anyone. Best linebacker went to Telvin Smith. Morrison coming in at number 3. Nice to see that. Best DB went to Jalen Ramsey. TJ Green coming number 2. So, man, if we can just get Garrett and TJ Green to perform at the same level, we'd be all right. So the Steelers are going to the Super Bowl. It's going to be the Steelers and Packers, an old school Super Bowl here at the year number 3. As the Green Bay Packers win the Super Bowl. Aaron Rodgers gets his other Super Bowl as we head into year 4 free agents. We got a Garrett. No one good. Okay, no one good. Continuing, no one good. Tyreek Hill developed nicely. We let Dwayne Allen go to free agency because we're not paying a guy that can't get touchdowns. I'd rather roll Jack Doyle and, free agent or something like that, or draft someone. Really, no one. Look at this guy. This is just shit. Straight up shit. Kim Dichie, not a scheme fit, man. 3-4 versatile. Jordan Jenkins here. We do need an outside linebacker. I don't think Kyle Van Noy, unfortunately, is not getting the same kind of stats he was getting for us during the Detroit Lions rebuild. Darren Lee's going to be a little bit more expensive. We'll go with Jenkins, I think, because he'll be a little bit more, 3-4 pass rusher. He's not really a scheme fit, to be honest. I probably should have splurged on Darren Lee. We'll see what we can get with him. Looks like we were way off the mark for Darren Lee, though. So maybe we'll get Jordan Jenkins as our outside linebacker. He was 83 overall. Looks like he could probably still play in a 3-4 or a 4-3. Sorry, yeah, we didn't get Darren Lee. Darren Lee would have been the better player, I think, and better scheme fit. But when you don't have a whole lot of money, you got to go with some budget options and try to make it work. It's not really trying to fit a square peg into a triangle hole. It's more like jamming a square peg into a square hole. It eventually will fucking fit if you hit it enough. As we get ready for year 4, the draft. What are we going to see here? Okay, we got this guy. Trey Giroud, 76 overall. We got Ray Roque, 70 overall. Earl DeGratt, 70 overall. Hudson James, tight end, 72. So that was a nice study. He's better than our high draft pick, tight end. Okay. Let's get our big season goal here. This is where things start to go downhill. We had our big season goal, make it to the Super Bowl. This is our boomer bust year. I said I'm doing for 5. I'm sick of this shit. We haven't even made the playoffs. I said at the beginning that if we don't make the playoffs in 2, we should call it a bust. So I'm not going a full 5 years with the Colts. This is just goddamn ridiculous. So we're winning the Super Bowl this year or bust. I'm sorry, Colts fans. And look, my game froze. That's how unrealistic and how just bullshit this entire franchise was. My game froze. Straight up would not let me commit. Like, I swear to God, this thing almost broke my Xbox. I was like, all right, let's quit out of this. This is why I'm showing you. I was like, oh, okay, maybe the game's trolling. All right, let's put back in Madden. Let's go back in quickly. Let's set our goal to make the playoffs, and we're going to do it here. 4-year plan, not a 5-year plan. Game broke. Straight up wouldn't even turn on Madden. That's how ridiculous it was. I was like, oh, yeah, let's win the Super Bowl with the Colts because, I mean, Andrew Luck, he's an elite quarterback right out of Stanford, one of the best college quarterback prospects of all time. We got Myles Garrett, 93 overall defensive end, 19 sacks his rookie year. Why can't we win the Super Bowl here in year 4? Oh, maybe because it broke my game, saying that we were going to do that. Look at this black screen of death. This is just overemphasis. Look, still, yeah, all right, cool, sick. So we finally got it in. I'm just going to decide not to set the goal this year as we take a look here at the depth chart. 93 overall for Luck. We're going all in this year. Like I said, we're not going 5 years. We'll do a 4-year plan. Connor's up to an 86. We got a solid fullback, 75. No. This backup tight end's 78. Hilton, 2-point drop, 92. He's in the decline. Dorsett's an 83. Moncrief's an 83. So that is an offensive weapons on the wide receiver front that should be able to get it done, man. That's you know, the second best wide receivers I think we've had. McGlinchey up to an 83 left tackle. Mewhort 90 left guard. Kelly 87 center. Harrison had a decrease here at guard, still an 82, and Sharpe up to an 87 right tackle. So we have one of the best offensive lines in this motherfucking league right now. Myles Garrett 95 defensive end. Ed Oliver 85 defensive tackle. We got our other first round pick, Giroud 76. Jenkins 83, Antonio Morrison 84, Jeremy Cash 76, Tre'Davious White 85 corner, Kevin Tolliver up to a 79, Gaithers at safety, free safety 81, and then we got TJ Green up to a 90. This is a team that should totally, at the very least, get a bye. And look at this, 5-11, finish the season 5-11 with all of those weapons. We are the 29th worst team. We're sticking a nail in this Colts rebuild coffin. Maybe we'll jump back to it down the lines. We take a look here at the stats here in year number 4. I'm glad I didn't do a year 5. I was getting incredibly frustrated. I did not understand what the hell was going on. 93 overall quarterback, huh? With a great offensive line. All right, there's 4,000 passing yards, but also not very good passing stats. James Conner's 1,300 yards, 13 touchdowns. The run game looked to be working well. No receivers breaking 1,000 yards. As you take a look there, Moncrief had a nice, almost close to 1,007 touchdowns. Nice resurgence. Ray Roker, rookie tight end, almost 700 yards. Antonio Morrison, defensive side of the ball, 137 tackles, man. This guy's a stud. Myles Garrett, 8.5 sacks. So, I mean, the downturn from his rookie year is there. 6 interceptions for Tre'Davious White, though. That wasn't bad. As we'll take a look here at the award winners and not expect to see anyone from the Colts. This is just, oh my God. Well, maybe Tre'Davious White. Roethlisberger won MVP. I'm not even going to go through it. Whatever. Seeming like to the offseason, we'll see who won the Super Bowl. Chiefs again. This is an absolute dynasty for the Chiefs. Beating the Steelers and the Seahawks, going to the Super Bowl. So, oh my God. 5, 6, 7, 8. A field goal away from the Chiefs winning 3 straight Super Bowls. That is crazy. Maybe that's why. This is just crazy world here in this Indianapolis Colts rebuild. So you're telling me that this team couldn't make the playoffs once in 4 years. Couldn't even have a fucking winning record once in 4 years. Look at all this shit. Look at all these playmakers all over the place. Andrew Luck. He's the issue. I think if I did this again, I'm trading Andrew Luck off the fucking bat. That contract is incredibly difficult. Look at $36 million in savings if I got rid of him. I don't know, man. I'm lost for words. I still don't know how we didn't even get a winning record, let alone make the playoffs. But that's Myles Garrett. Myles Garrett is a stud, the best rookie I think we have drafted thus far. So this is the Myles Garrett and Andrew Luck Indianapolis Colts rebuild. Thank you for tuning in for another episode. As always, let me know in the comment section below who you want to see in the next rebuild. If you're first time stopping by, please subscribe to the channel. Yeah, that pretty much does it for here, guys. It's your boy C4 saying thank you for all the continued support. Very, very humbling. And until next time, it's your boy C4 saying peace out.